Hi, this is Cindy for the Paper Craft Crew Midweek Inspiration 180. I'm going to try to do my best to sound super happy and chipper on this video, but I have the worst software editing program on the face of the earth. It just crashes and loses my voice and loses my edits. And right now, my camcorder and my laptop and my computer going out the window look really good. But with that aside, I don't want to stay focused on that. What I do want to stay focused on is what I discovered today, because I was just going to do a card for the sketch, no video, and that was it. And then I started to use the Botanical Gardens product suite, and you can find that on pages 26, and I still have no room on my desk, of the spring catalog, and page 27. So we have the designer series paper, and you really want to listen to me, okay? Seriously. Then you have the jewels. You have the washi tape. Then you can go ahead and buy the cardstock pack if you just don't have all the Stampin' Up cardstock. The stamp set's down here, but I'm going to give you a better view of it, of this right there. And I want you to take a look at this two-step stamping, okay? And it's fabulous, and it gets better. And I forgot to turn my phone off too. It's a bundle, and you get the okay, I had to turn my phone off. You get the stamp set, the designer series paper, and the frameless for $51.75. That's a budget buster for me personally, but it's still 15% off. And I will tell you that this product suite is incredibly popular. It's just fabulous. And there's so many endless possibilities to the point where I want to do just a video series this week on it alone. And I still won't get through everything that you can do with this. And but also in my experience of 9 years, when if you look in the back of this catalog, you see an awful lot of returning favorites from the holiday catalog, like the trees, snowflakes, the corny thank you, reason for the season, snow place, holly jolly, and especially those embellished ornaments. And again, you know, they're in the $40 price range and whatnot. If these are going to come back, I bet you this one's going to come back too. So it's really a good investment. So what also coordinates with those products is what's in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, and it's Botanicals for You stamp set, and the sentiment is just great. Look at that. And even better, this Botanical Gardens designer vellum stack. This is awesome. If you're going to hoard something, this is what you need to hoard, because I've never seen a product come back from Sale-A-Bration. Don't quote me, but I'm like 99.9% sure. So, as I was just starting to make my card, I thought, well, let's just get going here. And then I'm thinking I'm all that, and looking at the paper, it's like, wow, you know, this stuff kind of matches up really well. And that's exactly what it's made for. Because I have two pieces of the designer series cardstock here. This is what it looks like when you cut it. Okay, here are my leaves, flowers, and they don't look they don't look interesting. Then I got my stamps out, inked them up, and look what I have here. I went ahead and put the veins in, various stamens in different colors inside my flowers, and there's a stamp for this leaf as well. The die cuts are, there's so many of them, I had to put them on 2 magnetic sheets. It's that cool. There's everything that you need in this product suite, and it's so worth the investment. before I start stamping on this, one thing that I really want to share with you is when you use this and you cut down your designer series paper, let me find the one that matches this. Okay. When you cut it down, and if you want to use the vellum, because this is in the Sale-A-Bration, and that's the only time that you're going to get it, and that's going to end March 31st, and to get one of these paper packs, you have to spend $50 in product. So this is like a really precious commodity. So when you cut down your designer series paper, you want to cut it down in a way to where it's going to line up with what is on your vellum cardstock if you want to use both products together. Of course, I didn't do that because I discovered it too late. But I do want to line this up for you because everything coordinates and matches absolutely beautifully. And I grabbed the wrong piece of paper because I'm not going to edit this because I've already lost 2 videos. The voice, you name it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to turn it like that. And the white lines of the vellum, like I said, go perfectly with what's on this cardstock here, and hopefully you can see it a little bit. So you can just have a lot of fun with this, and for every single piece of designer series paper in the Botanical Gardens, there is a piece of vellum to go with it. And there's some pretty serious patterns in here like this. I mean, this is bold, this is loud. And if you got a piece of vellum to cover it, it really tones it down. It looks beautiful. And there's so many different techniques that you can do on vellum. And that's what I want to show you later on this week. But right now, I just want to show you some quick and easy, well, just actually stamp a few leaves since you saw my panel, and a couple other things I did that you can use the die cut separately for. A few ideas from that, and then I'm ending this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my panel back in and then show you just how easy it is. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I'm going to zoom in. It's also Bella's playtime too, so you're going to hear me tell her indoor bark. This is Old Olive, and then I have Mossy Meadow, I'm sorry, which is a shade darker, and since these are photopolymer, you just line them up and stamp. And check out the detail that you get. And with that panel that I have over there, I was able to stamp so much on every single image. Plus you can see through them too, and it's fabulous. It's great. And like I said, there are so many die cuts that I had to put them onto different magnetic sheets. And they cut out everything. Lots of accent pieces. You can also put these die cuts on your designer series paper and cut it out as well. And here is one example. So if you want to do this, I would grab your extended platform and then just look at that, perfect. And then just load it up and crank it on through. There's flowers in here. There are die cuts for stamens. One thing that I found really cool was these dimensional die cuts right here, and it is this one, and this is a Cajun Craze that I use, and this one here, this is a Hello Honey. And you just pop up those petals. You can run these through an embossing folder for more texture, or better yet, you can grab this little flower image and then stamp it on top of this Cajun Craze, and you can heat emboss it. There is really, really endless possibilities with this, and this is staying in my stamp room no matter what. With the embellishments, there's these really awesome jewels. And even better, I'm going to go ahead and grab back in the piece of paper that I went ahead and stamped. They line up perfectly with the flowers, like that. And I'll zoom in so you can see that too. Isn't that nice? And all you have to do is put a glue dot on it. If you wanted to use it on the vellum cardstock, and boy do I have a great wedding card planned. Just pop it on like that with a glue dot. And since there's really not any good vellum adhesive out there, this is where you hide it. You put your glue dot underneath there and go ahead and get it stuck on your card base. So like I said earlier, when you're working with the designer series paper and the vellum, be very careful how you cut your DSP so this lines up with it. And here's just another little example that I made of just using regular cardstock and some of the embellishments. And again, this is just the panel that I was going to go ahead and put on a card until I started discovering all this really fun stuff. So I'm going to end this, okay, I didn't zoom out. I'm going to end this video here after I show you one more thing, and then throughout the week I'll get into more detail about the different techniques that you can do with the vellum, the designer series paper. This was just a really quick and brief overview. And a lot of these die cuts, they are accent pieces. Like the leaves, these leaves here, these are also separate, and you can use some accents as around the flowers. I did have something cut out for you earlier, but I want to show you how it's really meant to be used. Okay, in your face. If you look at this border right here, that's where the leaves popped out, and the other ones are on the solid ones right here. They're on the other side. So there is just a ton of possibilities for this stamp set. I love it. We're going to go through it. I'm not a washi tape person, but I'm becoming one. But when you have 4 pages of 2 catalogs dedicated to the stamp set, it's great. The only thing I don't get is where's the embossing folder, but you know what? You really don't need one. So I'm going to provide you with a lot of inspiration and start to get to work as soon as I finish this and just kind of like chill out a little bit, especially after today. So again, here is our panel, and then just a regular piece of the designer series paper, and I stamp those 2 in, but the potential is completely there. So thank you for joining me. I will see you either tomorrow or Wednesday so I can plan some things out, and we hope that you play along with our challenge at the Paper Craft Crew. We really appreciate your support and participation. So take care, God bless, and I will see you the next time around. Bye.